Good morning and welcome to Sun and Fun Live. Today, I'm Amanda Holly from WFLA News Channel 8, and I'm here with my co-host, Jean
Good
Conrad.
morning. How are you?
Good morning.
It's day 5. Let's go.
Day 5. How exciting. Probably our busiest day yet.
It is going to be the busiest
Saturday, jam-packed day.
Absolutely.
So we have a big one.
Absolutely. Thanks, Amanda. And day 4 is complete, and Sun and Fun Saturday is the big day today. We have a huge weekend planned, and I guess, is this where I'm supposed to ad-lib for 4.5 minutes?
Not yet.
Okay, good. I won't do that then.
We have a big day planned today, all day, of course, daytime show, nighttime show, but we have a big show today right now here at 9 a.m. planned for you, too. Air show performer Bob Carlton is going to be here shortly. He'll be here with his wife, Lorie, who is responsible for all his pyrotechnics. And later, Rob Holland is also going to be joining us, another air show performer that is very well known across the area. We're also going to meet the Blue Angels' #1 fan. We'll see the activity of the thousands of students at Sun and Fun and learn about drone soccer. The World Cup was here last night.
For the last 2 days. So I think they finished up last night. That was super cool to watch, and I know they had a great time, so that was great.
Yeah, and if you don't know what drone soccer is, we have a ton of video to show you because, it takes
you have to see it to understand and appreciate it.
You really do. A lot to get to in the next 30 minutes. Right now, I want to take a live look outside for a live shot at the Sun and Fun front gate where folks are already entering the campus. It is going to be a full day full of aviation and excitement.
And so for our viewers, please remember to hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment. This is important. We have a goal of 10,000 subscribers this week, and over the last 48 hours, 40,000 people have viewed our videos. Wow. I'll finish this, but so if you haven't already subscribed, please do that now. Hit the subscribe button, give us some love. Hit the bell too, so you never miss a video or live broadcast from Sun and Fun. And I was at the air show performers tent yesterday. I'm trying to be incognito a little bit. So I was sitting there drinking some water. I was in the shade, and a gentleman came up to me, stood up, shook his hand, and he came here from Ireland. And he said he watches our videos all the time, and that's what inspired him. I'm not joking. He's like, that's what inspired me to come this year. So kudos to the team. So I just wanted to throw that out there, even though I'm not following what I'm supposed to be doing right now, but I thought that was important to mention. So.
I had someone stop me this morning on the way. He's from West Virginia. He's been excited. It's his first day, but he's been watching the videos all week. So thank you all for watching. We really do appreciate it.
And Amanda, what is the latest weather forecast for the next few days? I bet you I could guess what it is.
Hot, yeah. It was a really nice morning. I know a little bit of a breeze out there, but nice morning, clear skies, lots of sunshine. We'll get up to about 90 today. Feels like 92, 93. A little bit of a breeze, 10 to 15 mile per hour breeze, but the breeze has been really helpful.
But the breeze has been a godsend, so we're very thankful for that. So it is nice out there with the breeze. It's not too bad. But wear your sunscreen. It's going to be a sunny day.
So that's the weather, Gene. What can we expect with Sun and Fun?
Well, today is the day. This is the peak of the event. We are here. Lots of people coming in. Our sales are record numbers at this point, but daytime air show today starts at 1 o'clock. So there is a lot on the schedule for today. So we start out. Let me flip this. So we start out today with the national anthem, F-35C demo. The Growler demo team will perform Class of 45, which is Scooter Scott Yoke and his P-51 and Jim Tobel and his Corsair, Korean War Hero. Tin Sticks with Melissa Burns and Skip Stewart. They performed yesterday. That was great. RJ Gritter, Jim Pites, Kevin Coleman. Then we have 2 more demo teams. We have 4 demo teams plus the Blue Angels this year. So the F-35A, the F-16, and then we have Pivotal Aircraft, our electric vertical and takeoff aircraft that will perform out there. Doug Rosendahl, actually he's scratched because his plane has an issue, but Mike Goulian and then the Blue Angels end the show for us today at 4 o'clock.
And the daytime show.
And that's just the daytime show. And then we go to the night show. So the night show starts at 7. We have a packed house with that as well. So several demo teams, Jack Aces, Titan, Red Bull, Arrhythmia, Eric Edgren, Kyle Fowler, and then our Pyro musical. So if you saw it on Wednesday night, you were going to be able to see it again this Saturday. I didn't think we could top it from last year, but everybody says it was better than last year, so I guess I'll just go ahead and agree with them. But we're going to have one of our guests today actually flies in that show, and he's going to tell us a little bit about that. And I'm sure we've got some video of it as well.
We
so that's
do.
going to be pretty cool stuff to watch. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a jam-packed day, but stay hydrated, sunscreen, and enjoy the show. It's going to be a good one.
Take some breaks in some of the AC tents that we do have across the area, because you gotta last all day long
Yes,
to get
it is
to
going to be a long
9:15.
day. Hey, and I could too, if you're watching, you're going to be here with us today at the end of the night show, and when you guys are exiting, make sure you be careful. It's dark out there. We put up a lot of light plants to light up the paths and the ways to get out. But also, if you're coming in today, we put up signs this year when you're exiting from the parking lots to go to the check-in to get your tickets. We put up boards this year, so snap a picture of the board so you know which lot you're in. So when you're asking us, our great volunteers and everybody can get you back to parking and get you home safe and sound.
Making it just a little bit easier for y'all. All right, well, the Blue Angels, they are here at Sun and Fun this year. Yesterday, they held a youth outreach at the hangar, and while there, we met the Blue Angels' #1 fan. Correspondent Nick Ianniti had a chance to interview him.
This is Nicholas Ianniti with Sun and Fun Aerospace Expo TV. We're out here at the hangar at the Blue Angels Youth Outreach Experience, and I'm joined here with Forrest. Forrest, how are you, buddy?
Good.
All right. I understand you got a call sign, don't you? What's your call sign?
Cougar.
Cougar. I love it. How'd you get that call sign?
It has like 3 eyes, 2 or 3.
Well, my grandpa told me.
Well, you can't argue with the grandpa. That's rule number 1. So I understand you're pretty excited about seeing the Blue Angels today, yeah?
Yeah.
Have you seen them before?
Yeah, 3 times.
3 times? That's awesome. And I understand you got a favorite position, right?
Yeah.
Who?
The number 5.
Number 5. He was just here talking today. What is it about number 5 that you like so much?
I like how he does the sneak.
Oh, okay. I like it. Have you ever flown in an airplane yourself?
Well, no. My daddy took me on a ride on his Cessna and his Super Cup and his Beaver.
Wow. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. How old are you, by the way?
4.
Okay, you want to be a pilot when you get a little older?
Yeah.
All right, you ready? What do you think? You going to fly for the Blue Angels someday?
Yes.
You know what? I think you're already halfway there, buddy. We really appreciate you coming out to Sun and Fun. Thanks so much for being here, bud.
You're welcome.
All right, good job. You know what? Like I said, you never know who you're going to run out to out here. This is future of aviation right here. This is Nicholas Ianniti with Sun and Fun Aerospace Expo TV. Good job, Cougar.
Too cute. I think we have a lot of those fans here today.
That is the best part. That's why we do what we do.
For sure. All right, next up, the pilot and crew of the jet-powered Foxjet twin jet plane, Bob and Lorie Carlton, plus a look at students discovering aviation as Sun and Fun Live today continues.
Florida, home to pristine beaches, unique dining experiences, world-class accommodations, and the thrills that keep the young and young at heart coming back to the Sunshine State. From coast to coast, see what our 10,000 members of the Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association have been preparing for you. Exceptional eats, historic sites, and lodging to fit any budget. So whether you're here making deals or making memories, come get a flavor for Florida's finest restaurants and hotels.
Moms of preschoolers, it's time to blast off into reading. Story time at the Florida Air Museum is here every Tuesday morning at 10. It's an amazing interactive learning experience for kids 2 to 5.
Hi, I'm Miss Jenny Lynn. Come read, sing, and learn with me.
Come to explore the universe with rockets, planes, and space. It's free. Story time, Tuesdays 10 a.m. at Lakeland's Florida Air Museum. pilots, have you picked up your Fly in Style card? Get yours at the Pilot Welcome Center. It's free. Get access to deals and exhibitor discounts with your card. Go to flysnf.org for complete details.
Welcome back to Sun and Fun Live. Today, we want to remind you to help us spread the word about this live stream. Remember, leave the comment, use the hashtag SNF25, mash the thumbs up button, and hit the subscribe button. We have that goal of 10,000 subscribers, and earlier we said we had 40,000 views.
Yes.
But we need more subscribers.
Had all those people done it, we would have hit it already, times 4.
Times 4,
I know.
exactly. So really, make sure to hit the subscribe button. It really helps us out with YouTube. Want to take another live look outside at the main entry gate out there? People getting their tickets at will call. Thousands are going to be joining us here today out at the Sun and Fun Aerospace Expo. 51st annual. We're turning up the fun at
Yes,
51.
we are turning up the fun at 51. And by the way, this morning I was trying to think, what is the new tagline for next year? I may have come up with it, but I may get shot down, but we'll see what happens. So
After the show, we'll discuss.
So Wednesday night during the night show fireworks, you could not help but see the sailplane flying in the display. Firing off its fireworks. That plane is a Foxjet twin-jet sailplane piloted by my good friend Bob Carlton. His wife is responsible for the fireworks shot off the sailplane. Welcome, Bob and Lorie Carlton. How are you all doing? Thank you for joining us this morning.
For being here.
Good to be here.
Yeah, so this is your first time in our night show. You know, you guys perform night shows across the country, all over the place, but our pyro musical, this is the first time that you have been in it. So we've had 2 airplanes in the past, now we've added y'all, the 3rd, and you have lots of pyro on there. So tell us about that process and what you guys have done to prepare for this week.
This is what happened Wednesday night has taken air shows to a whole new level. It's no longer one person flying. This choreography and putting the music and the pyro and the drones and the airplanes and the lasers all into one show. This is amazing, and I think we're going to see this has taken the entire industry up a notch, and going forward from here is going to be really fun.
So how much pyro do you actually put on your airplane? We just talked about it before the show. I think you may have more pyro on your airplane than anybody else in the world, but also how much, and then how long does it actually take to set it up?
Yeah, I'll start this and then I'll pass it off to the expert.
Yeah, there you go.
We have just shy of 900 devices on the aircraft.
Wow.
And this has been building. We've been doing pyro for about 20 years. And it's been building, and there's a little bit of an arms race going on with all the performers. I had 100, then somebody had 200, 300, 400. Now we're up to 900. And
Wow.
and I've told them, don't worry, I can add more. So when Nathan comes up with 1,100, we'll go to 1,300. But as far as racking and all that sort of thing, let's talk to the expert.
So it takes me about 5 hours to rack the wingtips, the tail, and then once we get to the show, we have a saddle that goes on the fuselage, and that's where we put 800 devices. So it basically takes me 5 hours to rack up the show, 5.5 hours. It takes him 5 minutes to blow it.
So how do you manufacture the saddles and everything? These are all custom made, I'm guessing. So how does that happen?
That's all our design. The wingtips and the saddle was actually a fiberglass layup on the aircraft, so it fits perfectly and has nice racks that make that stuff easy to rack.
So I understand you're a retired rocket scientist, so you designed this whole thing yourself.
He knows what he's doing, all right? They know what they're doing.
This is not the largest explosive device I've ever built in my career.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Federal government may be watching. Anyway.
Yeah.
But I mean, what was that like designing that for your plane?
Well, it's been a 20-year process of putting on a bunch of lights and a little pyro, and then pyro is an addiction. And what is the song? A little used to do it, and then a little got more and more. Yeah, that's it used to be a little bit was fine, and then just the more you add, the more you want.
So you have over 2,000 hours of flying. I mean, how did you even get started with the sailplane, let alone the helicopters, the gliders, the airplanes, and the sailplanes now?
My mom says when I was 4 years old, she caught me on top of the refrigerator with my arms out, and I knew I could jump off and fly. And it just got worse and worse. I bought my first hang glider when I was 19 from an ad in the paper for $25. And my mom helped me fix all the sun-faded spots on the sail and built my own harness and taught myself to fly it. Not the recommended way to learn to fly. But from then on, I went to airplanes. Out in New Mexico, we have some of the best soaring in the world. And so going into gliders was a natural. And then I actually crewed for Manfred Radius many years ago.
A great friend of Sun and Fun.
Yeah, and I was his crew and his tow pilot. And it just looked like so much fun, I couldn't help it.
So how many shows do you guys do a year?
Probably usually about 15 shows a year.
15,
yeah.
That's a good number. But how many miles are you putting on your truck?
You can take them.
On average, we probably put 40 to 60,000 miles.
A year?
A year.
Oh, wow.
And then there will be some where he stays home and I'm driving by myself from show to show, and I pick him up at an airport and then send him back home to work on whatever project, and I move to the next show. And
so how many years have you been flying shows?
This is our 30th year.
30th
year. Yeah.
31st year.
Yeah.
That is absolutely amazing.
So we're taking a look at some of your night show video.
I started when I was 12.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
We just saw some of the night show video there. What's it like flying through all of that and around it from your perspective?
Well, this is my first time in one of the extravaganzas, if you will. And it is so much fun to see fireballs coming up on this side and explosions, and on this side there's an F-16 made out of drones doing a big roll, and I'm flying in this little canyon down the middle. It was amazing. And then I'm only on for part of the show, so the rest of the time I'm just hovering out at the end and watching the whole thing go on while somebody else is flying, and it just was mind-blowing to see that much stuff in the air.
How do you even
at once.
prepare for something like that and train and practice?
It's the same shows we do in the day, and at night the FAA limits us to 500 feet.
Okay.
No, did I do that? Yeah. No, really, 500 feet. And so I'm not down in the weeds, and the maneuvers are a little simpler, but you do everything by feel and by the same way you do it in the day, a lot of muscle memory. And there are times for several seconds where you have no visual reference, and you just have to know, I put in this much control and I expect the aircraft will be here. And then when you see the runway come up in your vision, it's usually pretty close to where you expected it.
Yeah, and I think some people don't necessarily appreciate. So it looks like they're flying through the fireworks, but you have the crowd line, then you have the pyro, then you have the fireworks, and then you have a space or a canyon for the aircraft to fly, and then the drones are even past that. So they're flying. It's safe, right? There's separation. It's all perspective. But when you're looking at it, you're like, wow, I don't even know what to say. You're kind of breathless a little bit.
I mean, it really does take a team of both of y'all to get these shows every single year, every day, each show. So it's really cool to see it all play out.
Yeah, I think we need a round of applause for our pyro person.
No.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm a grunt. We're not supposed to get applause. So.
Yeah.
No. We know it takes a village behind the scenes.
And I volunteer at AirVenture, and I know Bob and Lorie, and I see them every year. But they do such a great job. We appreciate y'all, and thanks for being here with us this year as well. Thank you so much.
Yeah, all righty. We will look forward to y'all tonight.
Yep,
absolutely.
All right, thank you so much again. All right, we often say that Sun and Fun is a fly-in with a purpose. Aerospace education is our passion, and thousands of students attend Sun and Fun every year. So from the Florida Air Museum to the state-of-the-art flight simulators, students get immersed in aviation. Our Sky Labs, the Bueller Lab, Junior Aces experience, and so much more. We have so much going on. We show video, all year long of this. We try and promote folks to come out here. You guys have students, elementary school students come out.
Yeah, and I can't stress enough. I mean, we're a 501c3 not-for-profit, and the net proceeds from this event and go right back into our year-round educational programming here at the Aerospace Center for Excellence. We have a phenomenal team that do phenomenal things, and they work so very, very hard, obviously during this week, but the rest of the year. I get questioned quite a bit. So after the show, you're just going to take vacation? No, we have a lot to do. But we are very fortunate for the things that we have here on this campus with our programming, and our team is world class, and we do what we say we do in as far as our kiddos, and the programming is great. I encourage you to go to aceedu.org and check out our year-round programming. If you're here in Central Florida, that's what we're here for our families and those kiddos.
Yeah, here at Sun and Fun this week, you get a little bit of a taste of what goes on year-round here at the Aerospace Center for Excellence.
Yes, and it's just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more here on a year-round year-round basis. But check it out, and come back and see us next year at Sun and Fun Aerospace Expo, our 52nd.
Yeah, but come see us before then, too.
Yes.
All right, next up, one of the world's premier airshow performers and freestyle aerobatic competition pilots today, Rob Holland, is going to be joining us as Sun and Fun Live Today continues.
Feeling overwhelmed by your finances? Estate planning, rising inflation, it can feel overwhelming.
I came in here and it was just like, need help. What to do with all this?
At Wealth MD, we simplify the complex. No more unanswered calls or uncertainty.
Usually every time I came in, it was a pleasant surprise. The accounts going up.
We give you a path forward for every stage of life. Wealth MD, your future made clear.
Car buying should be simple. That's why at Mazda Lakeland on US Highway 98, 1 mile south of the Parkway, we price our cars, not our customers. As part of our Buy Smart, Be Happy promises, we clearly mark our vehicles with our best price first, saving you time and money. All our sales associates are commission-free, and with a 5-day, 300-mile money-back guarantee, you can buy a car with ease and confidence. Visit us at MazdaLakeland.com today.
Buy Smart, Be Happy.
Your support of Sun and Fun benefits the Aerospace Center for Excellence year-round. With our learning centers, outreach programs, scholarships, and summer camps, ACE is engaging, educating, and accelerating the next generation of aviation professionals.
Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us on Sun and Fun Live today. This is another reminder to give us the thumbs up, leave the comment, use the hashtag, that's SNF25, and subscribe to our channel to help us reach that goal of 10,000 subscribers this week. We really appreciate it. We're up more than 1,000 so far. All right. One more live look outside at the front entry gate. It is the busiest day of the week for Sun and Fun.
Here they come.
That's a live look. Wow.
Yeah, here they are.
That was in the script, but seriously, it's busy out there.
Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry, I ad-lib quite a bit, so sometimes I'm told to do it, sometimes I get scolded, but anyway. So hey, our next guest has an insane resume. Just start with 13 consecutive U.S. National Aerobatic Championships. It's a pleasure and an honor to introduce Rob Holland to the show. Good morning. It said Bob on there, but this is Rob Holland. Rob, thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Glad to be here.
So tell us, so the prep for the air show season each year, how many shows do you do, and how do you get yourself ready to go for the season, because it is a long season for you?
I do about 24 shows a year on average. Usually towards the end of February, I spend a month flying 3 times a day every day to get ready for the season.
Oh, wow.
And then I hit the ground running. So my first air show was just last weekend down in Key West, and now I'm here.
So how many are you doing this year?
24 shows.
24 shows.
And then on top of that, you do the national championships.
I do, yep.
So how do you prepare yourself for that? And when are those held, by the way? So there's a national, and then there's obviously the Worlds, which you perform in, and you've won quite a bit. So
the national championships traditionally is always the last full week of September. It's slid a little bit right this year, but it's right around that time period. The World Championships is every 2 years. And the next one, 2026, is actually going to be here in the States.
Very good.
We submitted a bid, we won it, and it's going to be in Batavia, New York. So.
Batavia. Cool. I know Batavia, so that's great.
We're very excited about that. And then in preparation for that, it's competition flying and airshow flying are very different from each other. So I'll take dedicated weeks during the year to practice just competition and try to get, stay proficient enough.
So I've known you for quite a long time. We worked together up at AirVenture here, obviously. But how did you get into aviation?
I tell people Star Wars.
All right.
I thought the Millennium Falcon was the coolest thing ever.
Yep.
Since like 3 years old, I've just been fascinated with anything that flew. And then when I was 10, 11, 12, somewhere around there, my dad brought me to an air show. I saw people flying upside down, and all my model airplanes are hanging upside down from the ceiling after that. Yep. I was just on a mission to be an air show performer.
So when you strap in, I mean, if you have not seen Rob Holland fly, you need to catch a show somewhere, and hopefully you're going to watch it here today. But when you strap on that airplane, you wear it. It's like putting on a harness. Like you put that airplane on, it's a harness, and you wear that thing. Like tell us about obviously there's positive G's and negative G's. What's like the most, what part is you don't feel the best with, or makes you kind of queasy, or do you even feel queasy, or just trained so it doesn't go there anymore?
No, I'm lucky enough that it's never bothered me, which I guess I guess is good for my job.
Even when you first started, you never had to adjust to it?
Yeah, I'm just one of those freaks of nature that never bothered. So, but I mean, it's a workout. I mean, in an air show, I'll pull up to 10, 11 Gs, minus 6, 7. Competition, I'll go to 12 and minus 9. So it's physically demanding.
How many Gs is that aircraft rated for?
Plane's rated for plus minus 16, which is nice because I can put 12 Gs on it and there's still plenty of margin there. I'm working myself hard, but I'm not working airplane hard.
How do you know where you're at?
Lots of practice. I mean, it's just, you'll always have visual reference points. You know what to look at. You don't start off doing all the wild, crazy stuff. You start with the fundamentals and work your way up, and you just learn where to look and what the gates are and all your references.
And what type of aircraft? MX2?
MXS.
MXS.
Yeah, MX2 is a two-seater, MXS is a single-seater.
Okay, got it. I did not know that. Now I do.
No, you do.
But how modified is your aircraft? I mean, do you get it originally when you got it? Did it come out of the factory and then you modified it, or how did that work?
So my original one was we took a stock MXS and did a lot of modifications to it: the rudder, elevator, canopy, wingtips, cowling, and a few other little things. But the way they come out of the factory now is pretty much set up like mine. I have a little more deflection in the controls, but what you see in mine is what you get now.
Yep. And during the winter downtime, so what do you do to the aircraft? Do you completely just tear it apart and inspect it? And what's that process like, and how long does that take?
I got a shop I work with up in Union City, Tennessee called Full Stop Aviation. They're fantastic. I bring the plane to them. We basically take everything off and strip it down and start putting it back together piece by piece, check everything. And every 2 years, the engine gets shipped out and overhauled.
Awesome. And so if people want to come see you today, where can they find you out there on the grounds?
We actually have a tent set up, Fly Good merch, selling t-shirts and sweatshirts and whatnot. We're just to the east of the C-17 out there. Yep. But yeah, I'll be out there signing autographs, so
awesome.
Hope people come by.
Awesome.
I do have a question. On your website, you have a quote that says you want to push the limits of aviation, and you continue to do that. Obviously, in your show, if you've never seen it, you definitely do. But what's next? How do you change your show every year? How do you?
I try to change up my show every year. I'm always trying to think outside the box and new things to come up with, and you end up with 100 ideas and 99 of them don't work, but you always find that one that does, and you just keep evolving it. But I never wanted to do what other people do. I wanted to set a new course and try to come up with new things.
Well, your show is fantastic. You put on a fabulous demonstration.
Well, thank you.
It is amazing. And hey, we truly appreciate you being here with us. I know it's a lot to be here all week and all that, long days, but I know our crowds love it, but we appreciate what you do for us, so thanks for being here.
My pleasure. Thank you for what you do for everyone.
Awesome. Yep. Thank you.
All righty. Well, this year at Sun and Fun, a new event that involved students, drones, and soccer. Amanda Hawley here with Sun and Fun Aerospace Expo TV, and we are at the World Cup Drone Soccer Competition at Sun and Fun. We're going to talk to a couple of the students involved and tell us what drone soccer even is.
So the sport was, as I said, it was invented in South Korea about 10 years ago, and the different drone enthusiasts, if you will, and we started hearing about it here in the U.S., but us being aviation professionals, we're like, this can be better, this can be greater, this can serve a purpose for our students and for our community.
Originally, I was in a computer science class because in high school, I don't know what I want to do, obviously, and it was during that COVID year, had nothing to do, no clubs. So once the teacher introduced it to us, saying it's the demo year, it's okay if you don't know how to fly yet, I was was like, why not? And I didn't even know if I was interested yet either. I was like, oh, this is kind of nerdy. But right as I got into it, oh my gosh, like I got my hands on things. I got coding, I got to build things, like, and then even like building bonds with my initial teammates too, and like building those connections. It was just so amazing.
The passion they have for drones, they link that to their aviation jobs, that they did get involved with it. So.
1 minute remaining. 7-0.
Quidditch is how they describe it to me.
And some of those kids right there, they may be performing at our night shows with our drone. Well, they may own a drone company in the future, and who knows what they're going to come up with. That excites me.
I
It
did
could be
think
cool.
that it was really cool to talk to them because they can start so young. Obviously, you have to wait a little bit to become a pilot, but you can start aviation and build that passion, really young.
Oh yeah, in our Central Florida Aerospace Academy right across the street here, they have a Part 107 program. So when kids are graduating from the high school, they have their Part 107s, and they're out there flying and can start earning money. Go put one up in the air and take pictures of real estate, and realtors will pay you for it.
Again,
so there are opportunities everywhere.
All what Sun and Fun ends up funding throughout the year here in Lakeland. All right, one last check of the forecast for you. It's warm out there today. I don't have to tell you that. It's been a copy and paste forecast every
It's been
single
awesome.
week.
So thank you for dialing it up.
You're
It's
welcome.
been great.
No rain this year.
Yes, I know. It's awesome.
We lucked out with that. But
so
yeah,
this
drink
is
the
my
water.
part here now.
It is.
Okay, I got it.
Go for it.
All right. Sorry, I just had to do that. So thank you, Amanda. Don't forget the air show is this afternoon with the Blue Angels. Tonight we have the night air show and fireworks. Don't want to miss that. Oh my.
You really don't.
Yes.
23 minutes of pyro ends the entire day. It is a jam-packed day for us.
It is
Stay
jam-packed.
safe out there. Watch your surroundings. There's going to
Drink
be
water.
a lot of people out on the grounds. Remember where your car is. That's a good reminder.
Yes, remember where your car is. Yes, that would be good.
All right, we are back tomorrow
For
at
our
9
last
a.m.
show. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh.
This week has gone by
I
so
know.
quickly. But tomorrow we do have another jam-packed day for you. Dennis Dunbar. The Dennis Dunbar is going to be joining us to wrap up the entire week. Plus, retired NASA astronaut Nicole Stott is going to be on the program. We're going to examine our military presence at Sun and Fun this week as well. Remember, one last reminder today to subscribe to our channels, like us, share us with your friends. Helps us spread the word about Sun and Fun. Have a fantastic Saturday, and we will see you right back here tomorrow.
Let's go.
Let's do it.